Well, good
Hello.
morning, friends. Hello, cameraman. Oh, it's a very festive thing you have on your head.
Look at this.
I know
You see this?
you have the little pepper,
What do you see on my shirt?
and you have a little pepper on your
Look
shirt.
at them. Isn't that cute?
I said already when I posted up the little image with
I know.
that she looks like a stuffed animal.
She is like a little teddy bear. So anyway, we won't bore you with looking at my puppy too much
Just
longer.
take a moment and take off your headgear and let us see your hat.
This is my hat.
No, I'm talking about your.
You won't be able to. It's just a little.
Hear our talk.
I won't be able to hear you. There
It's
you
okay.
go.
It's fine. Yes. Now do this. Do the Vanna White. Oh, so. Yeah.
I don't think I'm doing it very well. Good morning, everybody. We have an amazing show for you today. We have
Indeed
our folks from Page. Page is a convention that will be coming to the Philadelphia area next month. I mean, we were so close. We were like less than a month out. So,
and not just Paige, because Ron could not make it work this morning on his schedule. We ended up with Chet Minton as a special guest on top of it.
Chet and Ron are kind of like they're like business partners. They just launched,
I did not know that.
Yeah, they launched Kickstarter, which we will talk about here with them shortly. So we have them on Phil, Ed, Stark, and Chet, and then we have Todd for Train Talks number 9 with a special holiday.
Yes, with a special holiday build. And we're doing it from home. So Ms. Goo and I had coffee together this morning. It was very nice.
Aw, that's lovely.
Yes.
And we're gonna be doing some giveaways.
Gifts and giveaways. It's the holidays. It's Christmas time. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Festivus for the rest of us time, and all the rest of those things times.
Yes. Do I know what we're giving away yet? No, I don't. Do I need to set it up? Yes, I do. So we will do that a little bit later.
For those of you who are joining us for the first time, it is a low budget production. So just be prepared for that, and you'll have a great time. Plus, we give away a lot of crap. So
lots of crap.
We bribe the audience on a consistent basis.
It's not crap. It's great stuff.
It is great stuff. Yes, of course it is.
I have some ideas. I'm looking right behind you. Okay, I'm going to tell you what our first giveaway is going to be. Yes. Hold up that book that's right behind you. Turn to your...
What, The Weirded World?
We're going to give away Encyclopedia 1.
Don't you think everybody most of the people watching this have one of these already?
Well, we will do a drawing for people who don't have it yet. So, yes. So that is going to be the first thing that we're going to give away is Encyclopedia.
Well, that isn't fair. I mean, they could get one and give it to a friend.
Okay, well, that's fine. Whoever wants one can join the giveaway. How about that when we do it?
Cameraman,
that'll be fabulous. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
I had a wonderful little thing going on because I was looking for artworks of late.
Wow, apparently our Twitch stream is like blowing up. Harry says there's 70 people on Twitch. Hi.
Well, that's because they probably know we're giving away a bunch of crap.
We will be giving away a bunch of crap.
Well, it's holidays and everybody's got hopefully a little more free time. They're not having to work every day. Hopefully a lot of people got a few days off and all that stuff. We get off on half day on Christmas Eve, right, cameraman? And then we're off on Christmas Day, of course, and then Friday we're off, and then Saturday, Sunday, then we come back for a couple of days and do it again for New Year's. It's perfect.
It's gonna be perfect. I'm so excited. Okay, let's get this party started though. Let's bring in our first set of guests.
All right, so listen, here's the deal.
What's the
deal?
Very
important, friends.
Yes.
Chet Minton can be very crass. So if any of you are offended by Chet Minton, it's not our fault. You can blame Paige. Hello, Phil. Hello, Ed. Hello, Chet.
Hello. Hello.
So we have some expert streamers here because they do their own weekly stream every.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, you weren't talking about me, Cameron.
No, I would never talk about us in the realm of being expert streamers.
Yeah, they do a weekly dig, and you were on it, right, cameraman?
I did. I did their stream. I think 2 weeks ago, and
I understand you.
And if you think we get crass over here, we just tell you.
I said this is what I said. Chet Minton can be very crass. But listen, here's the deal. I heard that you doubled their audience, cameraman. You were like superstar.
I don't think that's true.
Well, it was a combination of her being on and me not being there that made.
Let's introduce our folks. Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Everybody pretty much knows, I think, Chet. I think you're very well established in our
He
audience.
should still introduce himself.
Yes. So give us
And
just
why he's wearing that goofy hat. That's what I want.
I don't know if
It's-
you've noticed, but we were doing the Hatters Take Over Christmas. So
Oh, it's a strategy.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Mandy threatened me to wear a hat, so I had to. So no, seriously. So
All right.
I'm Chet Mitchin. I'm an artist. Most people on here know me.
Awesome, Chet.
He draws really cool stuff, including the mimic, which we call in Zyathé an mimicker, behind Ed Stark. Yes, look at that. Ha ha! All right, very good, Chet. It's good to see you.
Good
Okay.
to see you, brother.
Since you did such a great introduction, let's talk about Ed. Ed, tell us a little bit of your history.
Hi. Yeah, I'm the special guest coordinator for Page, as all of you can read on there. This is my second year attending Page and helping rally the special guests. I am a professional game designer, currently working in the computer game industry at ZeniMax Online Studios on Elder Scrolls Online. Prior to that, I was at a couple of other companies, and prior to that, I was working in tabletop games at West End Games on things like Star Wars, Torg, Masterbook, and then later at TSR, where I was the creative director during the 3rd edition and 3.5 runs. And I worked on Birthright and a whole bunch of other stuff. But
Yes, Ed Stark is a little famous, you all out there in the TTRPG world. Yes, we know this.
And I was persuaded to wear a fun hat by Mandy as well. So I
was going to ask about that hat. Is that a Pittsburgh Steeler thing going on right there?
Pittsburgh Steelers old time helmet, which is also very hot. So I'm going to take it off now. But
Take it off. I completely agree with this. Ed. Take off that damn thing. There's no need.
And Phil,
Well, welcome. It's good to have you. Good to have you, Ed.
Phil, tell us a little bit about you.
Yes, hi. My name is Phil Wirt, and I am the Director of Operations for Page. And I don't have such an illustrious background in the tabletop gaming space as maybe perhaps Ed does. And I'm not an artist either. I teach high school for a living. That's my day job.
A true hero.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes. Where we do actually, in fact, have a D&D club, but we don't play D&D at the D&D club. We play Shadow Dark at the D&D club. So I do a lot of the background stuff. Ron and I work really, really closely on the operational matters regarding the con. I've been playing these games since I was 10 with AD&D. So I've been in the space for a very, very, very long time. On and off, but when the opportunity arose for me to get involved in a local convention, because I live relatively locally to where we're going to have the convention, I got involved. I do the con circuit. I go to a lot of cons around the country, and so this is kind of like my wheelhouse a little bit. So.
Awesome.
Well, you are doing a great job. Obviously, you all are going to grow this wonderful Page, and we're excited to be a part of it, and we hope to be a part of it for many years to come. And I do apologize. You all know, but I want to make sure that the people watching know as well. My intention was to go to Page and be there, but there was as many of you know, we've gone through some hardship with our family in the last couple of years, and there is an opportunity for us to all go together on a little getaway. And the only time that would work for our family was during this particular time. And for my dear Ms. Goo and my dear daughter Kimmy and my son Mike and a couple of other of our family members, this was a big deal. So, and I just want to tell you, you were so gracious to me, you guys, so wonderful. Ron was so kind, and it will. I promise you, next year I will bring it.
And we will hold you to it.
Alphinius, we were looking forward to having you, but yeah, family is the most important thing. And we're so happy that Gooey Cube is going to be represented by camera Mandy and the rest of the team. So we're looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll get to have you next year. I got to, Alphinius probably remembers, but a lot of people don't know. I got to actually participate in the Gooey Cube game show when he came all the way down to Maryland and ran it at a really great game store called Games and Stuff.
Yes.
And I just knew from the moment I met him, even before we did the game show, that I needed you guys to come to Page, because not only are you such a wonderful presence and the game show is so fun, but your products are so great. I picked up a whole bunch of your stuff then. I've been running it for my local game group. I just picked one up at their big Christmas sale, and it just so happens it's for 8th to 10th level adventurers, which is where my characters are. So I'm going to go in and start massacring.
Well, thank you for the support, Ed, and for that's high praise from you. You got a lot of props in the industry. You have done a lot of wonderful things. So thank you for those kind words. And I will tell you straight up, I cannot wait for people to see this Tomb of Guys and Gangs.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
I cannot wait. I am so excited for it, and so we'll do that. Also, Chet, we got to have a little chat because we're gonna do Guys and Gangs 2. And I need a little work for Guys and Gangs 2.
All right.
So
I'll ask Ron if I'm available. No.
We're gonna put a little gold in your pouch, sir.
That sounds good.
The subtitle will, of course, be Guys and Gangs 2 Electric Boogaloo, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Mandy is actually going to perform that live.
Oh my gosh, I am not
on your stream.
But what I am going to do is I'm going to open our first giveaway. So we're going to do giveaways throughout the entire show. So the first one is going to be for the Weirded World, and in honor of the fact that this is going to be in Philadelphia, and Phil is a high school teacher, which is probably the hardest.
Wait, I just thought about this. It's Phil in Philadelphia. That's like cool.
Yeah.
Never heard that before, have you?
Never heard that one before.
Never.
No.
Well, his full name is Philadelphia. So.
Oh,
yeah. Phil. Okay.
Yeah. Phil A. Delphia.
So yes, hashtag Phil, PHIL. Hashtag Phil.
Yes, if you put in FILL, you lose. You a loser.
I see Chet is entering the giveaway. Chet wants the Weird World.
Entering the giveaway. Do it, Chet. Do it. You should too, Ed. Jump in there. Hurry up, Phil. You guys can win.
Okay. Well, while that's running, we'll have that open for 5 minutes. And so while that's running in the background, let's talk a little bit about Paige. Let's talk about what makes this convention so special. Why don't we start with you, Ed? Tell us a little bit about the atmosphere that you're trying to create with the Philadelphia Gaming Expo Expo.
So we want to have a very very open, inclusive atmosphere. We want old style gamers mingling with newer gamers. We want everybody to feel connected. One of the things that Ron made a real purpose of was to invite as many special guests as would like to come. We're going to have over 130 special guests. Those are people who have worked in the industry adjacent, cosplayers, things like that. We've got old school ones like, Frank Menser, Alan Hammock, folks like that. We've got new people like like Kelsey Dion. We do have some names Stephanie too, but we got all kinds of folks coming. We have all kinds of different special activities. We've actually geared up so that we have a couple of very special events that will be running the whole show, that while players can register for them, there will be essentially unlimited spots, like a Shadow Dark delve that Phil can talk a little bit more about. He's involved with that. But we want people to either register ahead of time, or we're going to be welcoming to walk-ins as well. And we want people to be mingling with the guests. We encourage our guests to put on events, to get out there, talk to people, run games, do seminars, so you're going to be rubbing elbows with some gaming royalty, some gaming minions, whatever you want to think about it. That's the thing. We just want people to have fun.
That's awesome.
And so I'll go to Phil real quick. So Phil, there's lots of games. Yes. I mean, you guys have a lot of games on the schedule. Tell us a little bit about all the activities in that regard.
Well, like any gaming convention, really, that concentrates on art. We are an RPG heavy con, right? So that's there's no bones about that. We, of course, welcome all folks in the tabletop gaming space, but we do concentrate on RPGs. And like any con that does that, we offer lots and lots and lots and lots of different types of RPGs. But Ed touched on one or two very interesting things that we're kind of trialing, if you will. And one is the Down the Dark Stairway mega event. It's our Shadow Dark mega event. And I'll talk just a little bit about that, in where it will be going continuously over the 4 days of the con. And you can, as an attendee, join on the hour every hour. There are signups. So you would want to go to Philly Gaming area, to our website to sign up, and you want to reserve your spot. They're
So,
going
so
to be.
let me make sure I understand that. So you get walk-ins, Phil. Somebody just comes in for Saturday only, for example. They can still join and play and have a chance to participate. Oh, very good. I love that.
Absolutely. So you don't know to a large degree who your GM is going to be. So we have celebrity GMs, and we also have other volunteers that are going to come in and GM sessions. And it's only a 1 hour session. You, as the attendee, if you wanted to, could sit down and play, say, 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you're having such a heck of a time that you want to stay on the table, you can do that and just go into the next hour. Or you can pull your character out and go to the inn and maybe come back tomorrow or what have you. You will not know who your GM is from hour to hour. So you might be sitting there and all of a sudden Kelsey Dion shows up and she's going to GM you for the next 60 minutes. And this will be 4 straight days continuously going. And we are going to have it played on a massive build of Stephen Picorni from Dwarven Forge is coming, and he is bringing stuff. And you will be playing on a massive Dwarven Forge build.
So there'll be different sections and different areas, and you take this different rooms, and so there'll literally be people all around game mastering at different areas.
Yes, it's going to be like ants on a hill, just around this gigantic terrain build, as different GMs are taking different groups through different rooms. And it's not, there's no narrative necessarily tied to it. It's sort of just rooms of random encounters.
It's a hack and slash. We're okay with hack and slash.
Yeah. And so I've never heard of anything like this before. We're going to try this out to see how it works. I think it will turn into what could very well be a signature event for not only us, for people coming that go to conventions and say, wow, they did this thing at Page that I've never seen before. You could just come and go. And it was like literally 12 hours a day, every day. And you never knew who you were going to get as your GM. People, we love randomness, right? We love the randomness component to tabletop gaming. So yeah, that's one of our very big things that we're excited about.
That's awesome. And then about how many games are you actually have on the schedule? Do you know off the top of your head?
I can find that out for you in probably 10 seconds here.
9, 8, 7. Go ahead.
While he's looking that up, I'm going to draw our entrant. Okay.
You draw an entry while doing that, and Chet, I'm going to tee you up because
1173.
How many?
1,173 total events.
Wow.
Nice. And a number of those are from us. We have, I think we're running like 40 games, and we have the big game show.
Correct.
Also
and Mandy, if Lawrence does a better job for me on the game show, he can do it from now on.
Yeah, right.
Well, you guys could co-host.
I can't handle both of them. No, absolutely not.
Lawrence can do the electric boogaloo part.
Yes, he would be good at that.
Congratulations to Geeky Broken Hoodie. Geeky Hoodie is the winner of the Weirded World.
Hey, Geeky.
Hey, congratulations.
What?
What?
I don't know. Adam's watching, and he said there's a purple chat in Twitch, and I don't know what that means. So
Adam, just step into the thing and whisper. Mandy. It is
anyway,
okay. We are a low budget production. Plus, everybody loves Adam.
All I've been streaming on Twitch for 5 years, and I have no idea what I'm doing. But I will say I'm going to open up the next. I'm going to open up the next in just a moment, and it's going to be a Chet Mitten shirt. So one of our exclusive Chet Mitten shirts. So
and they're great.
Yes, absolutely. So stay tuned for that. Okay, sorry, keep going.
All right, so Chet, I want to talk about this.
Yes, brother.
So tell us the evolution of this wonderful mascot that you created for Page, because the Mimicker, which is right behind Ed, right there, right, is fabulous. I mean, just fabulous. You know, I love him almost as much as I love the Gooey Cube. Not quite.
So he was actually designed by another artist originally, prior to me even being asked to come to the first Page a few years ago. And then once I got involved with Ron and Philadelphia, he was asking several different artists to participate and promote Page. And I was asked to do this particular cheesesteak mimic, Phil E. Cheese, and then Ron liked it so much he's like, hey, let's throw this on a T-shirt. It was originally going to be a little pocket symbol, and he took a little online vote, and everybody wanted it as a larger graphic. So yeah, it's been fun, and I've got to reuse the character and a few other characters in the advertisements for each individual page. And so there's a new one for Page 4 that's out or going to be out soon. So yeah, it was fun to participate in adding to the Philly cheese lore and look.
Yeah, you definitely never want to go to that cheesesteak store. That'd be a mistake. That's where the cheesesteak eats you, right? That's what it is. So, Mandy, you got to do me a favor. Make sure you get a 2XLT with one of these for me at Page when you're there. Bring it back.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
Don't forget.
Okay, so while we're on the subject of T-shirts, hashtag Chet enters you to win one of our Chet Mitten T-shirts. So hashtag Chet, and we have
most sizes, so you probably are pretty good.
We have all sizes. It's all
Yes.
3 printful. So yeah, Okay. Anyway, sorry. Please continue.
We don't have baby sizes. If you got a baby, you're not going to be able to.
I know. I need to work on that because we have two members of our community that are, going to have babies here.
Having babies.
Months. I know. Just saying.
Little gooey babies all over.
I got to see somebody bring their child with a onesie with one of my pieces of artwork on it through the storefront I use. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ed.
No,
that's okay. I was just going to say, last year, Ron actually made 3D models of the Mimic, and and we had them at the booth, and I took a couple of them home and painted them, and I painted one as a traditional cheese steak with whiz and beef and everything like that, and that one was Phil E. cheesesteak, and then I painted another one using chicken and provolone, and that was Felicia cheesesteak. So,
I love that. Okay.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So I know you guys have some other cool things about Page. You have the charity auction that you said is shaping up to be one of the best auctions you think of all time, and a cosplay contest. What else do you guys have going on? Or tell us a little bit about that. Again, the mood you're trying to create in the atmosphere for your guests with these things.
Ed, you take it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll start. One thing.
By the way, you notice this. I just want to point out. Camera Mendy does not know that you should call on someone, so that all three of you are not confused as to who should talk.
I'm not the host of this.
She knows.
I was just on the show taking notes beforehand, whereas Alphinius was having coffee with Miss Goo.
You got to be smooth like this. You go. So Ed, tell us about these really cool events that you have.
I never wanted to be on the stream. I just want to say that.
Well,
so Ed, tell us about these really cool events that you have.
So in addition to the Down the Dark Staircase and the Gooey Cube game show and the cosplay contest and everything, Ron and Chet's Kickstarter adventure, that's going to be getting run at the show. It's kind of like tournament style, I think. And then we're also doing a Page mini campaign, which is also run sort of like an old school D&D tournament where the first 3 days of the show, you can play one of 3 adventures. You have to play at least one. You can play all 3 if you want to qualify to play in the final on Sunday that I'll be running myself. I've got a combination of guest and volunteer DMs to help me run it during the event. It's sponsored by WizKids. They're providing a whole mess of tiles and terrain, a whole bunch of miniatures. In fact, my entire dining room table right now is covered with all that stuff as I'm sorting through it and trying desperately to get the adventures out to my DMs before they, get nogged for the holidays. But yeah, I mean, that's just some of the stuff we've got going on.
That's awesome. In fact, if you can do it, we'd love to get a little picture of that table if you can do it. If it's easy for you to do it with your camera and all that stuff. So I have another question. So. Phil, will you take a moment and just tell us a little bit about the history of Page? How did it sort of begin? Just give us a little bit of that, because I think
it's still new. It's only the 3rd one.
That's right.
It's only the 3rd year. This actually started with Ron. He is he has a very active Facebook group, RPG collectibles, and a barter group. That he has been administering for many years, and over the COVID days, there's a lot of chatter amongst folks on there about maybe starting a convention. Well, Ron, and I've heard this story literally a trillion times from Ron, so I think I'm getting the details pretty accurate. But they pushed him. Ron used to do convention organizing back in the 90s. He lives in New Jersey, and they kind of cajoled him into doing it. And so page one, I was a volunteer at page one. I live a little closer to the convention center than Ron does. And so I helped out, just like any volunteer would. And then once we got that up and running and found a lot of success year one, we felt that 500 attendees year one would be a smashing success. And we got 1140 year one. So that was over double. Last year, if we would get 1,500, we thought we would, be raising the roof. And we got over 1,800. And this year, so far, we are approaching at this point, and we haven't even started the convention. It's still 3 weeks out, of course. If I go to the registration module and tabletop events, it lets me know that currently right now there are 1,795 badges in the system. So by the time we get to the convention, we'll be well over 2,000, and we're hoping for walk-ins be 2,300 to 2,400, and that's in 3 years. It's been a whirlwind of growth to try to manage in such a short amount of time. But I'll just say this. I feel like, and as an East Coaster, traveling all the time to the Midwest for the best RPG cons, the PAX Unplugged is great. We love PAX Unplugged, but from an RPG con perspective, we really felt like the East Coast was starved for a high quality RPG convention that had the special guests that people travel for typically. And I said earlier before the show, philosophically speaking, what I feel Page represents really, really well is a cross-pollination of the old guard with the younger folks, whether they're designers, content creators, or what have you, getting an opportunity in a smaller convention to help self-perpetuate this hobby that we all love so much.
Well, Phil, yeah. I tell you this. I think you're going to be a big convention. I mean, I don't know how big you want to get it. Like I've talked a lot with Donnie and Andrea here in Denver, right? Of course, who do Genghis Khan, and it's a very successful convention. And there is some thought in their minds that they don't really want it to get much bigger. They love it the way that it is, and it's supplementary to their incomes, obviously, but it's a ton of work. And the bigger you get, the more work it becomes, right? And so, but it's really good, Phil, that you guys are having that. We're not raffling off Chet. Chet is not being raffled off. All right. Oh, yeah. So give us the dates. Give us the dates.
We have to.
Hold on. I got this, Mandy. Give us the dates real quick, Phil. And then, Chet, we want to come to you and tell us a little bit about the Kickstarter and the thing you're doing with Ron. Okay. So you, Phil, go and then tell us about that, and then we'll move.
Dates of the convention are January 15th to the 18th over MLK Day weekend. And that will be every year going forward. It will always be the 4 days preceding the MLK Day holiday. So if you are someone looking out, like maybe you can't make it for 2026, you will know every year where Page is, because it is always tied to that weekend. The dates fluctuate only a little bit, but that's always when it'll be. There's no surprises. If you've got off that Monday, maybe you can organize your travel a little bit more easily. It will always be those dates. So the 15th to the 18th this year, badges are still available. They will go up in price at the door. So if you are you can't commit, you will be paying a little bit more at the door. So hop on out there, grab a badge. We'd love to have you.
And this is the Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo, or Page for short, Page 3. I love this whole idea, Page 3, Page 4, Page 5. I love that.
Very cool.
Completely intentional. That's completely intentional.
Yes, of course it was.
And to be clear, you can purchase your tickets online, and I put the link right here, tabletop.events. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a really good time, and I'm going to be there, which isn't great. But Lawrence will be there, and he's actually very enthusiac.
My dear, as everyone knows, everyone loves you more than me, so it's good that you're going to be there.
But here's just the truth of it. Alphinius and Lawrence are like group party people. I'm like a one-on-one person, so come talk to me when I'm not in a group setting, and I promise I'll be a lot more chatty.
Remind me, believe it or not, that's my comfort zone as well. So yes, I've been looking forward to just squaring off with you and chatting.
I love that.
All right, so we got a little bit of time just for a moment here. Chet, give us the rundown, and then hopefully you guys will stick around a little bit and see what Todd did for us, because Todd did a very special thing. Plus, you also get a chance to win these stuffs, so keep entering. You can do that.
Yeah, I just pulled our second winner. So we have 2 Chet Mission winners, and then we're going to move on to the next thing, which is going to be Dungeon of Duinix, the module. I'm going to give away 3 of those by the end of the show. So our Chet winners are Pam Willers and Blade Zeus, aka Hans. So congratulations to you two.
Yeah, congratulations.
All right, so tell us a little bit about it. How did this all begin, Chet, and what is it going to be?
Yeah, so Ron Meischker from Page was putting together some adventures for the last few years. He's written up a bunch of different adventures, and he wanted to try to run one and use it as the Philadelphia area module for the con. He asked me to do some of the artwork, and I did some of the maps for it. And then he was like, we can do so much more with this and expand it and add things to it and make it a Kickstarter. So it became a little side hustle for both Ron and myself, and now Jen Glazer and Levi Combs have joined the crew too for Orange Cat Games, and we hope to put out some more great stuff. Tomb of the Ancient Moor King on Kickstarter. It's already been fully funded. We're about $7,500 into it. Our expectations weren't huge right away. It's obviously our first stepping stone as a group, and it's because of Page and the people at Page that have propelled this to a very successful new venture for us.
Well, that is awesome, and you have a marvelous cover art that I've seen. I have not seen anything else yet but and I do plan on giving you a back, my friend. So you're going to get.
Thank you.
He's going to show up there.
Well, I already backed, so you are behind the times, sir.
Remember, Mendy, a wizard arrives precisely.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Well, you have 31 days, wizard.
Yes. And Chet, it's the right move because you'll get a lot of back at the convention, obviously. If you guys
that was plotted that way. Yeah.
So so that's the same thing, that's why we do Guys and Gax. But this time at Guys and Gax, we'll actually be doing reservations because we're going to use Backer Kit, not Kickstarter this time. So we're going to try this with Backer Kit. And they have a reservation thing that you can do ahead of time, and that's what we're going to do at GaryCon. So I'll keep you guys in the loop how that goes, because perhaps if it goes well, then they've given us a lot of good ideas and strategies. I've been very impressed with them so far. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm hoping you guys have wonderful success. And obviously,
thank you. And if you don't mind, real quick, I just want to say, Ron tends to get the look of the face of Page, but I have to say that Phil and Ed do so much behind the scenes that they really, there's a huge shout out to both of them as well as other members of the staff. That's why Page is successful, is because it's a community of people who really care and really go out of their way to make sure this event is, just right for all the attendees.
I love that.
Wonderful.
I love that. And it definitely, as we all know, it's a team, right? It's always a team, right? So, guys, we're going to run, but we hope you'll stick around and keep a little eye and say some nice things about Todd.
Chet, please put your Kickstarter link in the chat.
Yeah, it's already in there. Phil,
I put it in the private chat. You can just kind of.
It's not in the public chat.
I will put that.
She's going to get it right now. Put it in the public chat.
Alphinius asked for a picture of my dining room table. I sent it to you on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Just me, or you send it to Mandy too?
I got it.
All right. We can put that up as our finale.
Yeah, well, I just need to upload it really quickly. Okay, any last thoughts while I upload this picture? Just, great convention, it sounds like, and we're looking forward to see you.
Yeah, it really is the Genghis Khan of the East Coast. It has that feel, very interpersonable, great. It's gamer focused.
And honestly, Chet, you know how much I love Gen Con. I think Gen Con is magnificent, and I've gone to quite a number of big cons. But there is nothing like those smaller, more wonderful, intimate, where a lot of people, and it's not quite so frenetic, and You go sit down in the bar after a wonderful game, and there's 3 other groups in the bar. Wow, there you go, Ed. And you go sit down in the bar, and there's 4 other groups in there, and you're all friends, and you wave at each other, and you talk to each other. It's wonderful. Wow, they did come through for you.
Yeah.
No
And
kidding,
one
yeah.
other thing that they were saying that I agree with in terms of GigasCon is that this is an accessible con, which means you're not walking a mile to get to your games. And that's one of the things that makes it so much less stressful for these intimate cons, is that you're not hoofing it, or Adam isn't pulling a cart that's 500 pounds across a busy convention, hallway. So I think it's going to be spectacular. I'm really looking forward to it, and seeing what this hype is all about. So thank you all for joining us.
Yes, indeed. Much love, gentlemen. We appreciate you so much, and thanks for all the efforts and to make it great.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Take care and have a nice holiday.
Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we're going to bring Todd on in just a second, but I want to
You're
open...
doing a really good job of keeping us on time. We're only a couple minutes beyond your time right now.
I know.
It must be the hat.
Seriously, magical. Okay, we're going to open up...
going to say, no, it's because Alphinius is not in the derailing mood.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to open up the next... Okay, so this is 4. I'm going to be giving away 3 Dungeon of Doomixes, and you're going to want to stick around because I have a finale. I have a grand finale prize that's going to be awesome.
And listen, I just want to make sure everybody knows, if you have not gotten Darkenhaven, we have a deal right now. You get it for it's almost $50 off, right, Mandy? It's something like that.
It's $40. It's with the hashtag Dark20. It's 20% off, and yeah, it's
spectacular.
amazing.
It won the ENnie. Go buy a Darkenhaven. If you own one, give one to one of your friends.
Yeah. Okay, but the hashtag for Dungeon of Doonix is going to be hashtag Todd. I'm really in a mood for names today. So hashtag Todd will get you entered for one of our Dungeon of Doonixes. And let's go ahead and bring on Todd.
All right. So listen, before he starts talking, because he's a good talker, I just want everybody to know I love Todd dearly. He's a wonderful man, wonderful friend, and an incredibly creative individual. And he has graced us with his presence 8 or 9 times now, right, Mandy? Something like that.
This is Terrain Talks number 9, and I think we had him on before. So I think he is definitely our most prolific guest for sure.
But before he introduces himself, I just want you to know he built this thing you're about to see for you today, for us today. And it's wonderful, and I can't wait for you to see it. Todd, take it away. Tell us about Creative Adventure Tables a little bit, because a lot of people already know, but let's get to the business.
Sure. Hey, everybody. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Real quick, two quick cleanup things. First is my PC camera died. And so right before the show, so I struggled. So I had to get my phone. So this is a vision test for me because everybody's about this tall, right? So I got that going on. But on top of that, I just wanted to say I was backstage enjoying very much the show you guys had with the new conventions page. And I just want to say those sound like my kind of guys. 12 hours on a full terrain tray playing Shadow Dark. Those guys can come play at my house anytime they want to come play, because they're just everybody. Gooey Cube has the best friends. Okay, just so you know, Gooey Cube makes the best friends of anybody in the industry. If you ever want to have access to the best people, these people right here are the people to spend time with, because you will bump into the stars. No doubt about it. But definite shout out to Paige, and definitely go check it out. I got to watch Kelsey GM one time in 2023. She's a fantastic GM for 5e and for Shadow Dark. So it's an opportunity you don't want to miss. Please, if you get the opportunity, definitely go check those guys out. I'm not paid. I'm not anything. I'm just saying it's fantastic. Aww. So that aside, now let me talk to you teeny tiny people on my screen.
Okay. Well, let's start a little bit about you, though. So you have an amazing Facebook group. It has over 50,000 people in it. Creative Adventure Tables, and you just inspire creativity. Like that's what you do is for the tabletop.
We just hit 51,000 actually, so we're still growing after all this time. Hard to believe, and I think we're 5 years old or 6 years old, something like that. And it's system independent. You could play 5e, you could play Pathfinder, you could play Dungeon Crawl Classics, you could play Shadow Dark. It doesn't matter to us. It has nothing to do with it. You're welcome to play. You could play the old Gamma World, right? It doesn't matter. You could play Boot Hill. If for those that are way back in the day, and Top Secret, right? For their old grognards that really know the old, it's fine with me. We'd love to see it. What we do is we're all about bringing the tables to life, so you can see it with terrain, with 28 millimeter terrain. So you can head on there. It's not just my work by any means. I am the smallest percentage of work because you see creative people putting new stuff. I mean, like top tier convention quality table stuff every day. You log in. We don't have any memes. We don't have any dice or sketch artists or anything. It's literally all about the terrain. So you can hop on, and even if you yourself don't use terrain, it's still worthwhile to stop by because you can look and you can see what somebody else has done. And if you're a game master, it instantly gives you an idea for an adventure you could run. Or to put your own spin on something.
For a second, because I want to ask Mandy. Mandy, is there any way we can show the Facebook window? Can you do that easy? Or
I will do that. Yeah, I can do that at the end of the show. So,
okay. All right,
but let's launch into this.
All right.
Okay. So I do want to interrupt Todd and overhang him on the market, but I just wanted to say, Todd, it is a fabulous group, and you are so right about the incredible people and the wonderful builds. And I'm a terrain freak, right? So this, right? And it's
Absolutely.
So fun to me, and I look a lot, more than you might believe. I don't always like, but I look a lot. So, all right, keep going. So tell us a little bit how this began. So we said, hey, we want to do a holiday thing, and you said, go ahead.
First off, you said look a lot, but you may not always like. Sounds spoken like a true married man. But anyway, okay.
Don't tell Miss Goo, Mandy.
Right, it's just between you and I. No one else knows. This is a secret. So Alphinius said, let's do a holiday theme. And I said, great, because that sounds like that's the thing that you say. You just speak in the affirmative, and then you figure out what the hell you're doing afterwards. So, because I had no idea. And then I came up with not exactly the most original idea, but a spin on it. To make it an adventure like for 5e or for Shadow Dark or Pathfinder or whatever. And the adventure is as such. And Mandy's going to follow along with some pictures here as we go. The setup is...
Can I show a little bit? Can I just show a sneak peek of the document?
Sure.
Todd?
Sure.
I want to show what you did here. Hold on. Add to stage. Why is it not?
So while she's looking, so Todd literally made an adventure for this day today.
Look at this.
For you all. Don't do it.
That was it. Okay. So it's
called spoilers, cameraman.
I know it's 7. I know. I'm sorry. I was just showing a little sneak peek. 7 pages that Todd wrote up of this adventure. So sorry. I just wanted to show what he's done. I have to show Todd's behind the scenes stuff because he makes my life so easy, and it's very much appreciated. So, all right.
All right. So tell us about the adventure. So it's a new spin on an old trope.
Sure. So, of course, the Grinch has decided to steal Christmas because, as we all know, his heart is 3 times too small, right? So, and the Grinch knows that there are 2 kinds of Christmas presents for children. There are presents from the parents, which are already under the town Christmas tree. There's a big town Christmas tree, if you ever saw Whoville and whatnot, right? And the parents have already got their presents under there. And then, of course, the second type of presents are the presents from Santa, which Santa delivers at midnight on Christmas. And the Grinch, his goal is to steal them both. So he's going to start off with the presents that are already under the tree before the kids, they know they're there, but he wants to steal them to ruin the spirit of Christmas. So first, and we can see in this picture right here, he sends the abominable snowman, who is big and angry with sharp teeth, one of which sticks out a little bit on the side of his mouth at a terrible angle. And he obviously just wants to steal all the presents because he's angry and in a bad mood. The heroes, the kids, of course, they could fight him because he's a big, angry, abominable snowman. Or because he's angry, because he's actually got a toothache. If the heroes just cast Cure Wounds on him, right? First level spell, Cure Wounds. He cures the toothache. Then he becomes happy, and the last thing he wants to do is ruin Christmas. So he just brings up more snow and stuff and makes it more Christmassy, and then wanders off on his own, all happy. So they could fight him.
There's a reference there, isn't there, Todd? There's a reference to something, right? In the past, you have to be old.
Absolutely.
Give us the reference.
So the reference is, of course, in the Christmas TV show with there's the elf that is unlike all the other elves, that he wants to be a dentist. And comes across, and he's there with, I don't remember his name, but the Yosemite Sam type guy that throws the pickaxe up at
Yukon Cornelius. Sir.
Yes,
and it is
throws the pickaxe up and
reindeer. Yes.
Yep. So, but he the abominable snowman did in fact have a big toothache, and the dentist elf was the one who fixed it. So this is a reference, and you'll find the theme all the way through this, of course, that this is a holiday adventure on that take. So that takes care of the abominable snowman. So the foiled, but not giving up, the Grinch hardens his heart, hardens the heart of Frosty the Snowman, turning him from a friendly neighborhood snowman into a mean one who wants to steal the presents from the parents of the parents' presents under the town Christmas tree. So he's got big wicked claws and stuff and a menacing look. I don't know if Camera Mandy can zoom in or not, but that's an actual menacing looking snowman that I have for a mini.
So even though you can't see it very well, Todd, I'm telling you, I'm looking at on my screen. I can see it great.
Okay, great.
I got figure envy right now, and I'm going to get a few of those.
Okay. So
Frosty and Fristy and Frusty and Flusty. I'm gonna have all kinds of stees.
Absolutely. So he's got his mean claws and menacing about him, and he's going to go ruin Christmas by stealing the parents' presents that are under the tree. Once again, the heroes, the kids, they could fight him, or they could take off Frosty's magic hat and corncob pipe, and he will just magically go back to being a normal snowman, a friendly neighborhood snowman. And of course, the presents are saved once again, back to a normal and Merry Christmas. And of course, the Grinch is outraged, but he's not going to give up. So this time he knows how to steal the parents' presents for sure. And he summons all the little broken toys from the aisle of misfit toys. And if you saw the TV,
you're back to Rankin Bass and the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yes, that's
absolutely. We're bouncing around here a little bit, right? I took all the Christmas stuff and I threw them in the popcorn popper, and I hit the button and I jumbled them out a little bit and came up with a story.
Todd, I better interrupt you for 1 second just to make sure everybody knows. They have, if there's someone, because I don't recognize this handle, Mandy. So if someone wins, they have to go and do the prizes thing, don't they, on the website or something?
Let me make sure the form is still up. gooeycube.com/prizes.
Well, doggone well better be.
Yes, it is. gooeycube.com/prizes. So if you win and have not filled out this form, go fill out gooeycube.com/prizes. And that will make my life a lot easier.
Yes, because if she doesn't have your information, don't go bailing out of here without sending a little private message or something to Mandy and say, "Hey, I'm Dandamar. I won." You know, that's
Dandamar. That's a much better way to say. I said D and D. Anyway, Dandamar has been in our chat before.
Dandamar D and DMR. It could
put your name in the chat. So I know who you are. But anyway, congratulations, and also Alice Snore won earlier, who I believe is Damien. I believe. Tell me if I'm right. Okay.
I believe it is correct. All right, let's keep going, Todd. I apologize. I just want to make sure people got their prizes, you know. Okay, right. So the Isle of Misfit Toys, they're coming and they're all singing the little song.
These are cute, by the way. This is like the Nutcracker, I feel like.
Great.
So he summons the Grinch summons the Isle of Misfit Toys, and they march down Santa Claus Lane in order to steal the toy presents from the parents, because these are the Misfit toys that none of the kids have played with, and so they're jealous of the toys. So he's like, "There's no way that they're not going to steal it, because the children would rather play with the new parents' toys instead of the Isle of Misfit toys." So once again, the heroes could fight them, or they could see that even though the Misfit toys are a little bit different, they're still so fun to play with, and they can invite the children to play with them. And so the Misfit toys are then so overjoyed and filled with love with the chance to actually play with the children all day that they lose any and all desire to ruin Christmas. And once again, the presents are saved from the Grinch for the parents. And so the Grinch has been foiled for the third time now, and the Grinch knows that he cannot steal the toys that the presents for the parents have left under the Christmas tree for the kids. So we must at least try to prevent Santa from delivering his toys. Let me think my finger. Ah, yes. So to stop this, the Grinch corrupts the heart of Santa's reindeers themselves so that they
Rude.
won't even.
I know that ain't right. Look at the
It's
poor
not.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer.
Right. They're arguing. They're not working and playing well together on their on their employee forms or anything. HR is involved. It's just a disaster. Nobody's happy. So the heroes could try and force the reindeer to work together, or they could talk to them and settle their differences nicely and respectfully and figure out what it is that they're unhappy with and get each other to work and play well together again. And then they would all get to share in playing the reindeer games together, which is what they normally love to do. And of course, once they're all playing in the reindeer games together, the Grinch knows he's spoiled again. If they're back to playing again, then they're certainly going to be happy to work for Santa, and they're going to pull the sleigh. So that's it. The Grinch knows that if the reindeer are playing nice, they're going to pull the sleigh and deliver the toys. And so he comes up with one final terrible way to prevent Santa from giving out the toys. Now, we all know that in New Year's, just as Father Time, he starts off as like a little baby, and then as the year progresses, he becomes an old man. Right at midnight, he becomes an old man. Well, what the Grinch decides to do is he casts an awful little curse from his wicked little heart that's 3 times too small, and he makes all of the children in the town age at that same super fast rate. So as they approach midnight, they're getting older and older and older, and the little kids, they turn from little kids to older kids to young adults to middle age, and paying rent and mortgage and losing teeth when they shouldn't, and being upset and fighting for jobs and benefits, tend to becoming old and fighting for Social Security. It's just, and then nobody's in the mood, right? It's terrible. So the Grinch knows that when Santa flies through town and he looks down and he sees that there are no kids, that there's only old people. Well, if there's no kids, there's no reason for him to deliver any presents. So he's like, for sure, this is it. The Grinch knows that there's no way that the kids can turn back time again. And so this time he's foiled Christmas for sure. Now, the heroes could give up and be defeated. But as darkness falls and the time for Santa draws near, the lights on the town Christmas tree itself give them an idea. They see that the lights from the town Christmas tree cast a shadow on the hand of the town sundial. I don't know if you go back to the previous one, you can see the actual, or you can see it on that one too. You can see the sundial there
right in the
that
middle.
I've got. So it casts lights on the sundial. And they realize if you rotate the sundial in the right direction, the shadowy hands on the sundial move in reverse, causing time to go backwards until the light from the Christmas tree turns everything back to the right time, and all the kids go back to being kids again, just in time for Santa to ride through his sleigh at midnight and deliver all his presents to the children, and Christmas is saved. That's it. That's the adventure.
Well, it was amazing, Todd.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's spectacular and beautiful, of course. Everybody watching had eye candy. So, Mandy, we're going to do another couple giveaways before the end here, right?
Yeah, I have.
Not the finale yet. We should do at least one strangely gooey holiday.
Oh, I accidentally just pulled another winner for a Dungeon of Dunix.
Oh, so we're going to do 4 Dungeons of Dunix.
I guess so, and that goes to Chet.
Chet!
I was trying to exit out of that giveaway to start the next giveaway, but I accidentally just drew another winner. So anyway.
So Todd, at least as far as I can tell, pretty much every day you get a number of people posting up these wonderful builds on your wonderful Facebook page. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Several a day. And the hardest problem I have, because everybody is so well, I always compare them, honestly, to the Gooey Cube people, the community, because it's such a positive community. You don't have any trolls. You don't have any riffraff. It's the same thing there. It's just very, very uplifting spirit people that are celebrating creativity together. So the hardest problem that I have is every week I have to pick out 5 of what I call the best, and just to highlight them and show people, hey guys, check out what these guys did, just as a community way to lift people up on the pedestal. Just, you might have missed it there, but I put them up as featured. And the hardest job I have is narrowing it to 5, because there's a lot of times that there's either 10 or 12 or more that are just like jaw-droppingly good. And sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, I'm not going to feature somebody, that I really wish I could. But yeah, no, you can scroll through at any given time and just see countless beautiful builds there.
Yeah, if you just spent the time, and if you didn't have a lot of time, and people don't, right? If you just looked at your 5 features every week,
Yes.
people are just astounding. I mean, just like, oh my gosh,
Yep.
and it's just wonderful that you provide this to our wonderful TTRPG community. It's just it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Are we
I
already
appreciate it very much.
finale?
Yeah, we're 5 minutes out from the end of our show. So here's the prize for the grand finale.
What is the prize for the grand finale?
It will be the Darkest Dream or the next Red Star Rising box if you already have the Darkest Dream. So if you don't have a Darkest Dream, you can pick any of the 5 that we have currently available. Or we'll put you on pre-order for the 6, I guess. So yes. Or
then we might wait a little while for that one.
I know. We'll talk. We'll send you something. We'll talk about something cool. But it cannot be a Dark and Haven because those things cost us a crap ton of money to make. So so everything but Dark and Haven, basically, and the leather-bound cyclopedias.
Yes, we can't do that.
Yeah. So yeah. So
We'll
basically,
figure it out. We'll make
talk.
It'll be a negotiation.
Yeah, exactly. But one of our higher valued type things,
or a couple of lesser valued ones together.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So yes, how about this? A prize worth at least $70. How's that? Okay, so okay, hashtag grand to enter.
A prize package worth at least $70.
$70. I know, such a grand gooey.
Todd, make sure you enter.
Yeah,
on your phone.
I'll fail that vision test even with my cheaters on.
Todd, thank you so much for putting together that wonderful.
I have miniatures on my table bigger than you right now. Okay, so that's.
You did a great job, even though you could barely see the screen.
Thank you.
And I think that is such a fun little adventure. I'd love to run that for my nieces or family. And,
oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, just to say, I did not include any stats because if anybody wants to run it from whatever system or something like that, I don't know if you guys have a way to make that available to your community. Just put it out there. You can always put your own stats in there if you want to, but really it's kind of designed to be more of a story thing anyways. It's not to let the young kids succeed. So
yes,
I think that's the best way to do it, especially with little ones, is not to get so tied up. Just let them roll a D20.
Sure.
see
right.
what happens. Like,
well,
give them 2 dice.
Since the Rankin Bass thing, right, is one of them, right? And the Grinch, obviously, both of those things are very common even still. Because that little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with the little dentist elf and Yukon Cornelius, right? And that plays every year.
It does. You want to know a true story? This is a true story. So I can't remember what day you told me, but I had my old table from my last game set up, right? And I knew I had to tear that thing down immediately because another gaming company, Monster Fight Club, had asked me to build something for demo for their products. So I had to tear that down and build that for them, take the pictures, send them, get blah, blah, blah. And so I did that the very next morning before I went to work. Okay, so I tore it down, and then by the time I got back from work, they had agreed that they were like, yep, those pictures are good. So I had to tear that down and come up with this adventure while I was at work and then build it, right? Because on Wednesday, the next day, this is a true story, and this ties into the Yukon and the dentist thing. The previous Friday, I was eating a pizza and there was a crunch sound, and most of my pizzas aren't crunchy.
Oh.
And I lost a tooth.
Oh, no.
I literally lost a tooth. I had to go, and I had that, and so they had to,
What was it?
So it was one of the back molars, right? So just crunched, right? Just gone. So on Wednesday of that day, I had to go so I could get a tooth, and it was supposed to be an hour-long thing, and it turned to 2 hours and 45 minutes because they had to pull each of the roots out individually. So it kind of ties into I could see why the abominable snowman was grumpy.
Yeah, was in a bad mood.
Because it's not fun, and he didn't have any Novocaine, so I was living the story, but I had to tear down, build, tear down, build, tear down, build, and I had to build for my adventure because I knew after I had this work done, I wasn't going to be able to lift or do anything because for a few days, and I run my game tomorrow, so if I didn't do it all crunched before then, so it was 4 tables in 3 days.
So honestly, it was crunch time in multiple ways.
In multiple ways, right.
See what I did there, Todd? You see what I did there, Mandy?
I did. Mandy, I'm not coming back. Okay.
You are. You know you are.
Yes, I am. Of course I am.
So here's the deal. We have a winner who has already won once. And I have to say, this is the luckiest winner, I think, officially in the history of.
Then we have to do it a second time.
We will do a second one, but the winner, I mean, this Damien won again, has also won the Tiamat.
Yes.
So what I say, so Damien, I don't know what you have going on in your life. I know you have some luck in romance, I think. You know, I think recently engaged. I'm pretty positive. But like, I just gotta say, Damien, congratulations, man.
And let's do another one. Let's do it again.
Okay, so we're pulling again.
Yes.
And we are doing.
If Chet wins, he's out.
Okay.
Are you spinning?
Oh, it's Chris Williams.
Yay,
Trent Sistrin. Congratulations.
Yes, so Chris is one of my oldest gaming friends in the history of my life. I met Chris at a little game store in Montclair. Gosh, I was in high school. So he's one of my oldest gaming friends.
So weeks ago.
Yeah, weeks. Well played, Sir Todd. Well played. You can come back again.
Yeah.
Well, we're
going to cost me another tooth.
All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. I just want to say happy holidays to everyone this week. I hope everyone gets rest. I hope they have fun times with their families. Thank you so much for making our lives so wonderful.
Yes, indeed. You are marvelous. I hope your time with your wonderful, dear loved ones is magnificent. And whatever you celebrate, you know, we celebrate Christmas. We love Christmas. But whatever you celebrate, if it is a wonderful thing for you and a wonderful thing for your family, that is the best, right? It is the spirit of the season that I love so much. And Todd, thank you again, my friend. You are marvelous. Thank you, Mandy. You are so dear and wonderful. Do this with me every Saturday morning. And thank you all for coming and hanging out with us for all these years.
Here, we'll show one thing because Randy's like, no social media, and I wasn't going to because it's going late, but I will show the.
We're
holding.
We got a bunch of social media for next week.
I'll show this one though because it's too perfect.
Seasons.
Nice. Brilliant.
So let all of your turkeys not be mimics.
Yes, but we're going to do quite a few social medias next week as part of we got a New Year's special. We're going to do a little fun year in review thing. I got a guest that I'm trying to talk into coming and joining us. And so we should have a wonderful, wonderful stream next week too.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you all so much. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye-bye, y'all.